Not too long ago, Silverstart City was the capital around the world for adventure. Aspiring heroes came far and wide to join guilds, form parties, go on adventures for glory, fame, whatever their hearts desired. They were adored by the people they protected and feared by those who opposed them. That all changed on the day that those protectors failed this city. In a celestial clash between a trio of soulless turned fallen idols called the Terminus and an adventuring party called the Final Bastion, the city was demolished. Each side wrought devastating attacks that ripped this home asunder, focused only on destroying the other side for their cause. Final Bastion won, but the aftermath of the battle was a city in rubble. Everyone within it, their homes obliterated, left with a hollow victory. Final Bastion fled the city, deciding that they didn't want to be blamed for the destruction, or at least not be here when they had to face what they had done. The people of what was once Silverstart City stood among the rubble of their home, feeling betrayed, defeated, despaired. But they put all that aside for their first mission. They needed to rebuild their home.
Hello, all you out there in internet land. It's time, and welcome to the Chaos Casters. Fireworks. Cast. Airhorns. My name is Tor, and I'm going to be your game master for this campaign, and these are our fateful adventurers. How about you all introduce yourselves?
Bestie, what are your pronouns?
Oh, they, them, bow. Let's go down the list on Discord and introduce yourselves.
Wait. Oh, that's me.
That's
you.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Abby. I use pronouns. All of them.
That's a great
I
way to
sure
put that.
do use pronouns.
One random fact, go.
There are bats as small as bumblebees, and they just say they are the size of your thumb, and you need to know that. Anyways, next.
I meant about you, but now it's just any random fact at all. Next.
Hi, I'm Zach. I use he, they pronouns. Facts are an illusion. There's no such thing as fact because nothing is concrete. Everything is relative.
Oh my god.
No facts can be fun, for everything is to be questioned. And
Zach,
questioning
stop.
is
But
the essence of knowledge.
I did say to give one random fact, so is that fact? Is that a fact that you're saying?
Of course it is.
But facts aren't real.
Ooh.
Of course they aren't.
Oh my god. Cass, please go.
I'm an enigma!
Hi, I'm Cass. I use she, they pronouns. And I am currently but not permanently deceased.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Aphid. I use she, they pronouns. I know, prick you, right? And a fun fact about me, because me, is, I am behind you right now.
What?
Oh god.
Whoa.
Get out of my fucking room!
If you
Aphid.
turned around and didn't see me, I'm now below you.
Aphid is now 25 meters from your location and is approaching rapidly. Start running.
Get out of my fucking room!
I'm here to give you a hug,
I don't-
because you're our lovely viewers.
And once again,
Aw.
my name is Torin. I'm your game master. I use they, them, and mac and cheese is good.
It's true.
Most of the time.
Canon.
Welcome to our setup episodes for the Chaos Casters Campaign 1 that we haven't decided a name for, and we will eventually. a few things to start us off. You just heard a little monologue to set up a little bit of the situation, but I wanted to give you a little bit more just backstory on the mechanics of magic in this world because it's important. I decided to mash up so many genres of things in my concept for this campaign, and y'all were very excited about it. Everyone in the world is born with what's called an affinity. It's like an innate magical ability that you can use to flavor your class abilities and reskin them into different, effects that match your character aesthetic. Think of it as kind of like a quirk from My Hero Academia, and then just apply that to the visuals of your character and possibly the mechanics of your character. We're flexible. But before we get to that, we're going to be playing The Quiet Year by, I believe their name is Avery Alder, even though I believe The Quiet Year itself was meant to be like its own contained game where at the end your town or your settlement just gets destroyed.
Oh
shit.
Or like, it just, lives or doesn't, I don't know. But it's been used in many a time for lore building for podcasts such as this. So we're going to be playing The Quiet Year for our setup episodes. We did some explaining of the rules. For all of you who don't know what The Quiet Year is, we're probably going to talk about how to play the game in the first few rounds, but for the sake of this podcast not being a tutorial on how to play The Quiet Year, go buy The Quiet Year. Support Avery Alder. Buy The Quiet Year. It's a good game.
Buy it.
Right now, go.
Buy it.
Let's begin. So,
It's a nice
we're going to have a little
little
2-minute discussion about the terrain of our city. They got all the rubble, cleared out of the city. There's, some buildings left, but not, much. So, we're going to be building this city from scratch, baby. But where's this city located geographically? Is it, in the desert? Is it in the mountains? Is it underground? I don't know. What's up? What are we doing, gang?
Cliffside City.
Cliffside City?
I do really like. I was
Cliffside
I was gonna say
City.
Clifftop City.
Clifftop City's always real good. How do we feel about Clifftop City, guys?
I do like.
I
Cliff
do
Top
Can we
City.
have
enjoy a
a
good
waterfall
cliff city.
on the cliff?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Clifftop
Oh
City
my
waterfall.
god, yes.
Surrounded by really lush forest.
Ooh, yeah. It's
Absolutely.
like a Bob Ross painting, guys.
The happy little buildings are no more, but
We have.
we have a waterfall.
Happy little rubble.
We got a waterfall.
We've got happy little rubble.
Happy little crater.
What if there's a river flowing through the city, through the center of it that
Yo.
feeds into the waterfall?
Yo.
So we can have we can have maybe not all of the travel within the city, but we could have gondola travel as part of the city.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
little
good.
boats.
Wait, I love that.
You might want to put a little gate in front of the waterfall to make sure that no boats accidentally.
That is true. Yeah, yeah.
There's a dam. It's fine.
Well, okay, so I would imagine I made this waterfall pretty big,
Yes.
and I didn't mean to do that. Down here is going to be the ocean, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're got a Niagara Falls situation, except I think Niagara Falls flows into Lake Michigan. Here's what I'm going to say is I think that the river is goes off in different directions to surround the city.
Oh,
And
that's
there's
good.
One, and then there's one that leads through the city here.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
And then we said that it had forests, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some good
Yeah,
forests.
around.
So yeah,
Salmon season? When they all go flying down that waterfall?
there's
That's our abundance. We just have an abundance of salmon.
Salmons do swim upstream.
They swim up the waterfall and it's fucking
They,
hilarious.
they're really powerful salmon, and it's
It's a national holiday.
Yeah, it's a national holiday. It's called
They-
the Salmon Climb, and it's everyone bids on a salmon as it swims with the waterfall. It's go.
They get really into it. But people get really into it. Like, some people will spend their entire life savings on this one goddamn salmon.
Yeah, that's just true of anything that has bedding.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But just like,
No, I believed in you.
How could you betray me?
I'm a fucking fish. I don't
Salmon number 4.
I don't fucking know you. I'm a fish.
damn it, salmon number 4. Now I gotta pay my mortgage and I don't have the money for it.
Okay.
Well,
I believed in you.
I don't think we really have to worry about paying the mortgage anymore because we have a crater.
That's true. City's gone. No city, no
No
mortgage.
bank, no mortgage.
Let's go.
The city was destroyed on
God.
salmon climb day, so everyone was outside.
So no one died.
Believe what you want to believe.
Hey,
We've got our geography. I think that's pretty good. I think like cliffside city with a river through the middle of the city and a forest surrounding it is like really good.
Yeah.
So how about we get into our resources? We each go around in order of our Discord call and name a resource. So let's start at the top.
oh, that's me.
It is.
It is.
Fish.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Accurate.
My turn.
Yes.
Let's go with iron. Like raw iron.
Like, okay. Yeah.
I feel like we're playing
Minecraft.
Catan right now.
Yeah.
It kind of is. It's a map game, so it's kind of like Catan.
I think mine would be morale.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I think mine is connections to other settlements.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's good.
Nice. Like outward.
That's
connections.
big.
That's good.
I like that a lot.
Fancy.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I think mine is gonna be protection.
Fish, iron, morale, connections, and protection.
I don't know what y'all are thinking, but I'm thinking that like it's got to be fish or iron for the abundance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fish makes the most sense with what we, like, with the location we have, like... And this isn't just, like, me being, like, pick my idea, because I'm cool.
Yeah. No.
No, but,
it
like,
makes sense.
we've-
We're surrounded by a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go down to the ocean to fish. We could fish in our own river. And even if like the fish in our rivers were scared off during the big fight, we could go down to the ocean, and there are plenty of fish in the sea.
So many.
But
Aww.
You idiot. I hate you.
Thank you.
Can we get like an active pun counter?
We're an audio medium.
post it
How
on-
do we do that?
We'll post it to our Twitter.
We've got to draw abundance and scarcity. So yeah, I'm gonna draw good fish down here.
So many fish.
Blub blub. And with fish, we also get education. It's a-
About fish specifically.
It's a school of fish.
I hate you. That's three. We're up.
I'm leaving the call.
Oh,
leaving
the
the call.
puns.
I'm leaving the
It's so
fucking
good.
You
call.
can't
It's so
leave.
good. Be ready for a lot of those.
We don't have iron, we don't have morale, we don't have protection, and we don't have friendship. But we do have
Oh,
a
no.
really, really tasty
No
fish.
friendship. Oh my god.
We have to.
Maybe
That's
the
the goal of the campaign.
Maybe the real friendship were the fish in the sea.
The fish we made along the way.
The real fish were the friends we made in the ocean. Wait.
Okay.
Sure.
That's true.
Okay. I think we've discussed that. We've discussed abundance and scarcities. I think we're ready to officially start our quiet year.
Whoa,
Woo.
whoa.
Wait,
okay.
Torin, I'm very loud. How is that gonna work?
Shut the fuck up. That's how it's gonna fucking work. Just so you know, Quiet Year only calls for 4 players, 3 to 4 players. So we're going to be rotating in every like round. So we're gonna start with the first 4 people. So I'm gonna go at the beginning of next round. So it'll start Cass, Afi, me, and then Abby at the end, and then Zach, you'll go at the start of next round.
So I'm gonna draw a card for spring.
Yep.
I drew the King of Spring.
A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it? Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done?
I think a young boy starts digging in the ground, and I think he finds this weapon or magic item from one of the adventurers, and it's
Ooh.
like chock full of like magical energy.
Okay. How do you think we would represent that in drawing? Like what?
Like a cool sword.
Awesome. So yeah, we've got our cool sword. Now that we have drawn a card and you have given it meaning, we were supposed to take care of projects, but we've got none.
Yep.
And now we're supposed to, or you're supposed to take an action.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold a discussion.
Okay. In this discussion, we're going to embody members of the community, but not anyone like with, I mean, I guess you can name people, but we're not going to be anyone specific. So just like act like a community member, I guess.
Yeah. Put yourself in the space, but don't give yourself a set identity. I'm going to open with a question.
Okay.
What's our first step?
I think that the first step is to make shelters for everyone left.
We do need homes to house people before we start to build. Even if they're temporary, we need somewhere for the young to sleep, the sick to rest.
We need to do something about adventurers, or like damage control. Some sort of damage control needs to be like discussed, I think.
I would imagine that since the city, town, whatever this may be, has just gone through a large cataclysmic event, we would want to be outsourcing for help, trying to find other sources to provide us a helping hand.
I think lots of good points have been made. I think that it would be a good idea to both outsource for help and get shelters ready. While the adventuring problem is important, I feel like the safety and protection of our community is probably more important.
Cool. Yeah.
That's how discussions work.
And that's how Cass's turn. Ban. Next is Iffy.
I'm drawing a card.
Your card is the Two of Hearts.
Fantastic.
There's a large body of There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned?
I'm gonna say there's a giant man-made structure on the map because we already got our body of water. I think that there is, in the center of town, the old town hall that walls have been blown down, but the foundation is still there.
Okay. Yeah, the old town hall is somehow still kind of standing. Why is it abandoned, Aphid?
Because it was exploded.
Yay!
Kind of.
Yay!
No projects to tick down. So, Aphid, what do you want to do?
Is an action. Can I start a project as an action?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to use the rubble of the old town hall and try to make it into a temporary shelter for people in town.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna. How long do you think that would take? The building is partially still up, so I will say it will not take as long to refurbish a building than it is to build a building.
Yeah,
so it's 1 to 6 weeks.
I think maybe very, very like baseline, just like sweeping out some of the rubble and then just putting tarps up. Maybe like a 1 to 2 week process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll put 2 weeks. And I'm just going to put a little, you know what? I'm actually going to put a little red cross. All right. That's awesome. So if it has started our first project, we're using the town hall as a temporary shelter. That's it for Aphid's turn then.
So I got a DM from Zach today while I was doing homework. He sent me a Google search result screenshot in my DMs, which described a new law in the UK, somewhere in the UK, I'm not sure, I can't look right now, that is saying that legally crabs, lobsters, squids, and octopuses are considered sentient beings. Yeah, just drink that in for a second. It's Thorin, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Thank you for listening to the first episode of the setup for our podcast. Whoa, it's happening. We're doing it. You're here. I'm here. We're living the dream together. I just wanted to say a few thanks and do a few announcements in the middle of the episode. I won't keep you for too long, so let's get started. First, I want to thank Avery Alder for this perfect, good, amazing, awesome game, The Quiet Year. We don't explain the rules of the game. We're just playing it to help set up our campaign. But if you want to play this incredible blast of a game, you can go to without spaces buriedwithoutceremony.com and buy this incredibly cool game. We had so much fun with it. It's absolutely a hoot. Go buy it. If you're listening to this, I'm gonna take a swing, just a wild swing, and guess that you like TTRPG podcasts. And if this is your first time listening to one, I'm gonna say that you will. By the end of this podcast, we will have convinced you to go watch every other podcast available ever all the time. Not just TTRPG ones. All of them. All of them all the time. No. If you're looking to branch out and find new TTRPG media, why not start by checking out our friends at Snyder's Return?
Snyder's Return is a tabletop role-playing game interviews and actual play podcast. We interview content creators, Twitch streamers, and fellow podcasters, and we put out our own actual play using a variety of different systems. So come and join us, come and have a listen. You can find us on Twitter at Return Snyder. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or check out our website at www.snydersreturn.squarespace.com.
Hi, Future Torin here. I forgot to put one announcement in here, so I'm going to sneak it in right before the end. Thank you to Audio Library and Arrowhead. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but there's a little slash through the O, like in 21 Pilots. Arrowhead for their song, The Reckoning, that we used in our opening monologue. There are some links and information in the description about where to go to support both Arrowhead and the Audio Library. So go down there, check it out. It'll be in the info or description for this podcast, wherever you get it. So don't be afraid to go over there and find some awesome music for yourself. Anyways, back to your regular announcements. I'm gonna go eat a sandwich. Finally, Cass and I have our own comedy podcast, We Should Be Asleep Right Now, a Night Owl podcast. It is about us and our unrelenting desire to stay up past our metaphorical bedtimes, because we are adults, we don't have those, but we stay up into the late hours of the night and we talk about random garbage, basically. We're posting regularly. We're trying to get back into posting regularly again. And we hope that you'll tune in anywhere you find your podcast to listen to our cool podcast. Wow. As a collective, we can be found on Twitter at chaos_casters. We post a lot about our show and other shows and TTRPG media, and you will find some incredibly cool creators over there on Twitter. If you are over on Twitter at all, come follow us and we will show you a good time. I promise. The next episode should be up in 2 weeks, which is Wednesday the 22nd. If you're listening to this in the future and it's past Wednesday the 22nd, congratulations, you can go listen to it right now. If you are tuning in when this episode came out, or in the 2 weeks between that and the next one, look forward to the 22nd of December. Wow! That's about all the announcements that I've got for this episode of the podcast. I won't keep you any longer. So remember to hail your crab overlords. Go forth and incite chaos. Later. So it's mine now, right? Drawing a card. Right now I'm doing it with my hands.
Your card is the 8 of Hearts.
An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? An old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it? I think I'm gonna go with the first one. An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken but perhaps repairable. I think in the rubble of like the old Adventurers Guild Hall, there is a large automaton that used to be like security, and so basically, you know, some people find it in the rubble and say like, hey, this boy's super busted, but it might be useful for like it was used for security for the guild hall. It could also be used for security just in general, to have some like big robot beef boys to cover our asses. Okay, so now that we have our little robot friend here, I get to take a action. Or no, wait. First, one of the 2 weeks for Aphid's project goes down, so it is now 1 week out instead of 2. I'm also gonna start a project. I think that we're going to try and use this magical artifact that this young boy found and came into town wielding a huge ass sword and is like, Papa, look! And just like, boom! I think we're going to try to use it to power something. I think we're going to try to use it to create a source of energy to help us build, because we don't, magic is available to everybody, but it's always good to have a power source. So I'm going to say it's going to be 4 weeks, because people have got to do some, it's just research actually would probably be 2. So that's my action. We're at Obby.
I'm gonna draw a card. How fun.
Your card is the Ace of Hearts.
What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion into this group? Or are there specific family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common?
Oh, great, I got the politics one. Okay, cool. I was thinking like an adventuring group that like gave up adventuring to like take care of this town, but I don't know how that would work.
Maybe some kind of task force?
Yeah.
That forms from like regular civilians?
Yeah, something like that.
Like a neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
The other half of this question is, what must people do to gain inclusion in this group?
Oh, it's probably some like
And I will say, like, it does not have to be hard to gain inclusion. Like, it could just be like, you just ask.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, with what I've mentioned, it's honestly probably just like as long as you just ask and you're not a shit person, you're good.
It's like a volunteer thing.
Yeah, it's like a volunteer group.
Yeah.
A soup kitchen, but you're serving neighborhood help, and it's not a kitchen, it's an entire town.
Soup kitchen for justice.
Justice soup.
Justice soup.
Justice
soup.
has never tasted so sweet.
Well, most soups are savory.
I feel like the soup's just sad.
Or you could stop ruining my fucking joke. Anyways, project things tick down.
Yay! My project is done.
Yes.
Yes.
If its project is done.
Temporary home.
What comes out of that, you think? Just like a shelter for people? You get to decide what becomes of your nice little town hall refurbishing thing.
Okay, so this place was like a capital at once, right?
Kind of. It was where the government took place, but
Okay.
I think like some of the more important places in the city were like the guild hall or that kind of thing, but that was back when it was a like adventuring city.
I think that it has become like there was multiple floors and I think a basement in it. And I think that the basement of it has become kind of like a hospital for the sick, since it's like away from rubble and dust, and everything else has been kind of like cots where people can come and sleep for the night. Like it's basically the town's home base.
Okay. My project ticks down to 1. Abby, now you get to take an action.
I want to start a project. I think our lovely team watch or whatever is going to get started on just like general cleanup, rebuilding.
Okay. Yeah, it's here I'm gonna to help rebuild the city. I think is like it's an ongoing thing, but because we're like we have a group that's like focused on it, how long do you think it would take for them to continuously rebuild?
Maybe like 3 weeks at least, just because it seems unreasonable for someone to be able to rebuild and like clean up a whole city in less time.
We could go with something like put it at like a 5 to 6 week period, and then at the end of that 6 weeks, a sizable portion of the city has like some structure to it.
Like there's buildings that have come back up, and we can decide what those buildings are when the 6 week ends.
Nice.
Okay, so you've started a long-term rebuilding project. Awesome. That's Obby's turn. We move on to Zach.
I'm physically picking up a card off the top of the deck with my own hand.
10 of hearts.
10 of hearts.
Or I guess I should call it. I should probably call it the 10 of spring, huh?
It's fine. There's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you? What belief or practice helps to unify your community?
I'm gonna say that first one, and I kind of like the idea of there being an underwater city not too far away from where this cliffside is.
Yes.
And they were also affected by the cataclysm. A whole bunch of like big explosions sent in like rumbles through the waters. It maybe not destroyed as much, but definitely did affect them.
Awesome. What I'm gonna ask, what is this underwater city? Is it like Tritons, or is it just like an underwater city where like normal like air breathing people live, but it's like a bubble city?
I'm gonna say like Tritons, Lokatha, shit like that.
Got it. Like sea folk.
Yeah, Vidalcan, Grung.
Love it.
Tortle. So that is the city, and I guess what sets them apart is the fact that they are underwater.
Yeah, and that they weren't as affected.
So maybe they they didn't have as harsh views against adventurers as we do, because they weren't affected as heavily.
So we've got our nice underwater city over here that's near. Let's do projects. So both of these go down. The sword is finished, and Avi's project is down to 5 weeks. I think the way that the like research on this sword resolves is that they find out that this sword holds a certain combination of like magical runes. It was like an electrified, like constantly electric sword, and so they have discovered that there's a like consistent way with these runes that are inscribed on the sword to make something produce electrical energy infinitely. And
hell yeah,
I think we can add energy to our abundance, like electrical energy to our abundance.
Now Zach, you can take an action, which is discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
I am going to take my action to do just that. In this beautiful week of spring, as everybody wakes up and you like walks outside and looks outside on the horizon, in the ocean, just barely peeking over, not seeming to be moving closer, but just barely peeking over, there is a dark mass. Nobody knows if it's like land moving towards a big animal, a dark mass of energy. It's not getting any bigger, but it's appeared there randomly and it wasn't there before.
Is that... I have a question for you, Zach. Is that the city? Or is that something else?
Something else.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Zach's weird dark mass is down here now. So that's nice.
Hey, it's me, the
a little
dark
bit,
mass.
A little bit foreboding.
Every city could use a foreboding dark mass.
True. Now we're back to Cass, I think.
Yeah. My card is the Jack of Spring.
Oh, this one is good. I know that for a fact. You see a good omen. What is it? Or you see a bad omen. What is it?
I wonder.
Picture me looking at the dark mass of the ocean.
And then into the camera.
And yeah, directly into the camera. I think that dark mass in the ocean is taken as like an omen. I'm not quite sure if it's good or bad. I think it's very largely unknown. Some people see it as bad, some people see it as good. I think mostly it's foreboding, so I'll say it's a bad omen.
Right.
But Austin answered for me.
Yeah. I love it. We now get projects ticked down, so the rebuilding effort via the watch is now at 4 weeks. And Cass, you get to take action.
I think I'm going to start a project.
Mm-hmm.
If not a few members of that task force, some citizens like decide that it's probably a good idea to go check out that landmass. Not necessarily to do anything about it, but just to get a closer look at it.
Got it. Under a little boat.
Yeah. I think that'd probably... Zach, how far away do you think it is?
It's right on the horizon, so being that you can still see it, not amazingly far.
I think if it's close enough to be on the horizon, I think 2 weeks.
Okay. That's awesome. Aphie.
7 of Spring.
Where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or natural predators roam the area. Are you safe? Or what natural predators roam the area? Are you safe?
I'm gonna do the natural predators one because we already know where everyone sleeps.
That's true.
I think expanding on this black hole idea, out of this hole, people come out and they're like these water people with horns, and they're starting to kind of like eat at some of the fish. And I think that since that the town is up on the cliff, they are safe.
Yeah, so we don't know if these people are like a threat or not, but it feels like they might be.
Okay. I don't know if that means we have less abundance of fish.
That's up to you.
I mean,
you can take like one away.
I mean, now
Yeah,
there are like 3 different populations using the fish as a resource, so
I would assume, actually, yeah. I don't think it's a scarcity,
it's just no longer an
No.
abundance.
but I don't think it's an abundance either. So
Oof, guys.
just a resource.
Oof.
Projects tick down. 1 week in, they meet these people. That actually makes a lot of sense.
That's really cool.
And then rebuilding efforts down to 3.
Woo.
I feel like I'm playing like Civ 6.
What, Aphid, is your action?
I think that I'm gonna send some people from the town out to go talk to our lovely underground water friends. And
Not underground, but
well,
noted.
underwater friends.
Under the sea.
And ask them for friendship and help with rebuilding.
How long do you think?
I think probably like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've got 2 boats set out to talk to some people to maybe get some help or maybe not be eaten or whatever. But oh shit. No more salmon climb, I guess. Fuck.
Oh,
Damn.
Man.
That's so sad.
Not the salmon. Not fuck.
I would imagine the salmon would still come around for migration.
Yeah.
The game's still young. We're just at the beginning of our good quiet year. Maybe one day we'll find a way to bring the salmon back to us.
Maybe the salmon will come home.
Hey, what if we talk to the Triton town and then we get something worked out so we can talk about the fish and share the fish in a productive way?
Yeah, but I guess there is no fishing team, but there is an eye in fish. You know what I mean?
What?
I want fish!
There's no fishing team, but there's an iron fish.